Has the real estate market been sped up by the internet and information age? I talked with Tyler Tisue, who's been a broker for over a decade, about how the internet and the speed of how information travels actually could be speeding up market cycles and making things react faster. Really interesting conversation. Hope you guys enjoy it. This was a snippet from the Land Podcast where we release new episodes every single Monday. This is the channel where you can learn more about buying land. My name is Jake Hofer, co-owner of Exodus. I'm a broker here in the state of Illinois, and we have new uploads here every single Thursday and Saturday. If you learn something, hit the like button and subscribe. Now let's get right into this.
About every 10 to 15 years, you end up having a boom. Run-up. Mm-hmm. And I think that I think that if you're buying now, you're probably in for the long term. I mean, you can maybe, are you going to see another run up like this? Possibly, I was talking with a friend here the other day. The world has changed so much, and the land stuff has changed so much because the landscape of real estate and really the overall economy, because information travels so fast now. With everything being digital, it doesn't take a year for the market to correct itself or anything like that. I mean, things are happening so much faster. I think we got a lot more volatility. So where I say, maybe, it was 10 to 15 years in the past, it might be 5 to 7 now. Because because information, in our markets change so much quicker, now because of that, because everything in this world is quick, there's not a whole lot that's lagging, in this world as much anymore, because information gets to everybody. So I think that'll kind of happen. I think we're going to see more volatility in the real estate markets, kind of like, right now, I think we're kind of looking. I was just looking up, J.P. Morgan came out and said, and I looked up some of the LIBOR, future predictions, and they're saying possibly 9 straight quarters of interest rates rising. Well, that puts us into like 5.5%. Yep. On that thing. So it's going to cost more for a lot of these people to buy farms, and it's going to probably, stay that way for a little bit. It's still not a horrible. I mean, if you think about it, farms were kind of there really like 2 years ago. We just ended up having such a huge interest rate drop that, so it's really that's not bad. It's not like farms are going to be bought for these same prices, but it's just a little bit more cost, obviously, getting the game. So I think what you're going to see, here in the near future is I think you're going to see a little bit of I think you'll see more supply. I think people are going to start to realize that, hey, we're at the top of the market. And honestly, I would say if you own land and you're looking to sell, I'd say right now is the time. I'd say any type of real estate. I personally think that my opinion is that right now we're at the top. And if anything, you're just you're maybe even a little too late. Mm-hmm. But I think we're right there at the very, very tip. If you could sell tomorrow, that'd be the right time. Because I do think that there's going to be, as more supply comes onto the market, which I do think it will happen. I think there's going to be more negotiation room. I mean, right now, a lot of these farms, if you're not really just come in to come
saying
in hot,
to buy it, yeah,
you're just not getting it. You're out of the game. If you think you're going to negotiate a whole lot of stuff, you're probably not getting the farm. In this type of market, I think I think what they say. It's a seller's market if it's anything, if the average listings are 30 days or less, and anything above that ends up being more of a normal market. I think it's maybe 90 days ends up being the buyer's market. We're obviously still in a seller's market. We're going to continue to be there, and the other part about it is grain prices are still very high. Mm-hmm. And what I think will end up happening, in my personal opinion, is I think you'll see recreational prices. I think you'll kind of see those steady out. I don't think you're going to see, them jumping as much. I think you'll see tillable. I think tillable's still going to go up and still make a good, strong run. There's so much money in the ag market right now. But I do think the rec stuff will kind of stall out. And then I do think at some point or another that, especially as grain prices probably end up making some sort of correction, that'll end up kind of steadying out as well. And I think that'll end up being here in the next probably 2 years, that'll happen.